Hi everybody, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, Touch of Magic. Today we are doing the next day of the 13 Days of Craftoween by Spellbinders. As always, I'm going to be using the essential envelope to make the little pocket. So that's already pre-cut, although I might change my mind and go with a different color than white. I never know for sure until I open the package up. I have the little magnetic board that I always put the die set on that I'm working with so that I know what I've used and what I haven't. And then I've got all my little pockets that I've made for all the previous days. Now there will be a playlist at the end of this video that links to all of these if you haven't seen them yet and you'd like to check them out. So let's open up today and see what we are working with. We are on day 11. As always, I've got the bling that was included in the little kit. I've got the stamp set handy. These are leftover bits and pieces from previous ones. And then we've got day 11. So let's open it up and see what we are working with today. All right, as always, I have not opened this yet. I do not know what we are working with. So we will find out right now together. Okay, let's see what day 11 tells us. Ooh, oh, that is fun. Oh, that is so fun. Okay. Now, what I've done each time is I've only used this die set on the front of the envelope. I'm not combining anything at this point. I'm just straight up using one little die set. My hope is to inspire you that not everything has to be massive. You can use little sets that you have and really have fun and be creative with them. So come along for the ride. I'm going to cut these out. And really I follow what we see here. So I'm going to do like a yellow for the light inside the windows and then a black for the house. And I will pull out some bits and pieces out of my stash for color to see what we're doing. So I will cut everything out and be back in 2. Okay, what I have done, I had this in my stash, this piece here. This is the Hero Arts Glimmer Metallic ink. I inked up a bunch of panels several years ago because I got these in Hero Arts card kits, which I love. And this has got some serious shine to that. So I've cut that out as the backing piece. And then I've just got the matte black cardstock that's going to be the top layer. And I pulled this out of my stash. I was playing with alcohol inks and the additives, the alloys and stuff, but this is just regular cardstock. So it doesn't blend terribly well, but you know, I was playing and trying things, but I think it could make a really cool, spooky kind of background. So that's where I'm heading. I'm going to cut this out for the front panel of the pocket and then we'll go there. So just hang tight. So what I'm doing is lining it up to pick up some of that gold that I want in the finished product here. So we'll tack all that down and run it through. All right. And I always keep these little pieces. They're great for cutting out other little bits of dies and stuff. You might see it on the next pocket. We'll never know. All right. Now this, of course, doesn't cut. It only scores that. So I'm going to cut that part off so that it fits. But I wanted that gold in the corner, so that's why I ended up doing it that way. Now I don't normally cut it this way, but I'm going to go old school with an X-Acto knife and a T-square because of I don't have great light behind me and I don't want to drag out my trimmer onto the desk here. So we're just gonna old school it. Glass mat is great for that. All right, we have pocket. Now sentiment is going to be the next question. Yeah, I think that's super fun on here. And it's going to have to go off to the side so that it fits. I don't think it fits right in the middle. Oh, I should glue that together. Let's do that part. I love the glowy gold here. It really acts as kind of fun window lights on in a spooky house vibe. And as always, the fine tip on this bottle is my lifesaver on these things. Now the only tricky part of lining this up is The balcony here does not have anything behind it, so you got to make sure you're just lining up all the other parts. A couple of magnets just to let that dry because the metallic underneath takes a second. Now, based on the sample, it says enter if you dare. So I have to figure out where that is going to fit on the on here. And it may not be the one I end up using, but I'm going to try. Alrighty. So let's see if we put that to the side. Oh, that could go up there. It will fit. It will fit. Now, I have to decide what kind of ink. I think I'm going to go the Ranger Archival ink for this because that will stamp over top. Let me pull that out. Okay, so we have stamp platform and the Archival ink and jet black. Got that there. I'm not sticking this down. Oh, I suppose I could, but I wasn't planning to. That's going to tuck into the edge and then stamp up here. I'm not following the exact design on the card because obviously the focal point here is much smaller with it being just the envelope. Let's do it with the Archival ink. This is always a good choice of ink. See, it'll stamp and it dries fairly quick. Unlike a pigment ink, this won't smear because it dries faster. And if you've seen previous ones, you know that I've smeared a couple of pigment inks already because I make this as I go. This is as live crafting as I can get. Here we go. So we'll give that a second to dry. I find it easier to pull this off of a scrap of paper than trying to pull it off the sticky mat. I clean this periodically. It's just water because it will lose its tack with oils and stuff on your hands. There we go. And we'll put that back on. And I don't know if I'm going to add any bling as yet. Kind of think it's blingy enough, but we'll see how we feel. Okay, a little liquid glue. And let's tuck her down and we're going to do the magnet trick again. Oops. Just to hold it for it to dry. And I think we're going to call that one good. There we go. That is our little front. I will add it to the pocket and then I will take photos and that'll be the last parts of the video. So today we have day 11. We've got the little spooky house. This was real fun to make, easy, but my gosh, look at the detail. Here you can see lots of detail, kind of like a spider web design in the roof. It's very neat. Be a fun thing to add to any kind of seasonal card, whether it's birthday or Halloween or whatever, anything this time of year. It'd be a lot of fun. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. Happy to have you popping by. And if you have any thoughts or comments, if you like what you're seeing, you have questions about anything, please feel free to leave comments. I'm always so grateful for them. And if you haven't already, please give a thumbs up. I appreciate that very much. And you're welcome to subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the channel. And if you do that, you can also ring the notification bell. It will let you know the next time that I'm going to post a video, which, all things being equal, will be tomorrow for day 12. In the description below, you will find any links to products that I can find that are still available. I do have affiliate links, which means I earn a small commission when you shop my links, but at no extra cost to you. I appreciate it very much, and it does help support my channel and keep things rolling. I am an affiliate for Spellbinders. They did send me this box as part of their affiliate design team, but we're under no obligation to make a video every day. I've just been having a lot of fun with it. And my hope is that you're going to take some tips out of this. If you don't have the box, but you're still watching anyway, that you'll take some tips that you can apply to the crafting you're doing, and hopefully it'll inspire you to try something new. Again, thank you for being here today. I appreciate your time, and I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, and dogs bark.